So welcome to another tier list. Today we're ranking Kanye West albums from worst to best. This one has less letters. So luckily Kanye doesn't have as much horrible albums as Logic does. So maybe that's why we don't need an F grade or whatever. So if you haven't seen that one, if you're a Logic fan, if you hate Logic, go watch it and then come back and watch this one or vice versa. So his best album, 808s and Heartbreak. Probably my second favorite album of all time in terms of rap and just in terms of albums in general. I think what he did on 808s and Heartbreak really influenced a lot of artists today and is a big part of rap music today as well. I can't really explain it other than that it changed the rap game for what it is now. Dark Twisted Fantasy, S rank as well. Top 2 Kanye albums. Let me know yours. I'm eager to know your Kanye tier. If you hate him, if you love him, if you agree with my list, if you disagree with my list, this is gonna be fun. Favorite 2 Kanye tracks, favorite 2 Kanye albums rather. 808's my favorite. Twisted Dark Fantasy, my second favorite. Looking at my all-time list, we have Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon, all-time favorite. 808 and Heartbreak, second overall all-time. And I think Twisted Dark Fantasy, third on my all-time list. I know it's a lot of Kid Cudi and Kanye, but those are the 2 artists that essentially changed my life and helped me get into rap music as I am today. So those 3 will always hold a place in my heart, even though if it's just 2 artists. But those 2 artists, in my opinion, the GOATs. Kids See Ghost, we could throw it an A for now. A lot of people hype this up to be like a 10 out of 10, the perfect project. And it's good. It's good. It definitely has some songs that you could resonate with and feel good to and, turn up with. But to say that it was a 10 out of 10 and changed hip hop, or if it will change hip hop in the future like 808 and Heartbreak did, I don't think so. Maybe because it's so new I can't put it as an S, but it eventually has that S potential. I feel like we'll put Graduation as an A as well. I feel like what Kanye did with Twisted Dark Fantasy and 808, it was so revolutionary at the time. I feel like that Graduation, although good, very solid album, very great album, it didn't do much for the culture like those 2 S projects did. And I think A is a good spot for it. Kids See Ghost could possibly end up being S at one point, like I said. One thing I can say, I didn't listen to this project. I know it's on Spotify. It's like a collab project with somebody. I don't even know. It was a good music project. And I'm not saying D's bad. It's just that I didn't really listen to it a lot. It has guys like Chief Keef, Pusha T, Big Sean. I think it was more of a good music label project than an actual Kanye project. And then Watch the Throne. I'm kind of tempted to put it here, but I'll put it here for now at C. Watch the Throne is the one with Otis, No Church in the Wild. Those are like really the only 2 tracks that I remember it off of. Streaming services don't have it. It's a Tidal exclusive because Jay-Z's doing his own thing. And it sucks to say that I probably haven't listened to a single full Jay-Z project because of the Tidal exclusive stuff. I'm not buying Tidal, or maybe one day I will, just to listen to all the Jay-Z projects, but that kind of sounds absurd to me, just to buy Tidal to listen to like 1 or 2 artists that have all their albums on Tidal instead of normal platforms. Good for them though, good for Jay-Z doing his own thing, but that sucks that there's people out there, including myself, that probably never listened to a full entirety of a Jay-Z album because of the exclusivity that it has on it. So Life of Pablo, I really enjoyed Life of Pablo. I really liked it. Very different style of Kanye that he did on 808, Twisted Dark Fantasy, Kids See Ghost, Graduation. I absolutely love that all of Kanye's albums have a different sound or a different theme to them, and what makes Kanye great. Yay, I would put there. I didn't love it as much as Life of Pablo, simply for the fact that I only enjoy like 4 or 5 songs. 4 or 5 is essentially the whole album, but I like Yikes. I like All Mine. You know, all the major songs that are popular out there. I didn't like Ghost Town or whatever. Ghost Town 2. I think it was on Ye. I don't know. I don't really remember Ye that much, even though it was one of his newer stuff. But All Mine and Yikes, top two songs on that project, and a lot of people can agree with that. It's so difficult because I didn't listen to Kanye back then, and this is me judging it off of now. Late Registration. This is difficult. You know, a lot of people would put Late Registration and College Dropout probably as the S, depending on what era that you listen to Kanye to. But Late Registration, I'm not saying Life Pablo is better than Late Registration. I just think it's on the same level. Is it though? I don't know. Let's do that. I guess. I don't. This is a hard one to judge. Late Registration and College Dropout, extremely difficult for me to judge because I didn't listen to them when they first came out, so I don't really know the hype around it. I know they have some songs on it. Late Registration, I love Roses on that song, or the album. College Dropout here, we'll put Life of Pablo. You see, that's just so disrespectful to College Dropout and Late Registration to put them on the same playing field as Life of Pablo, but it's so hard to explain. College Dropout has slow jams, I believe. Through the Wire. What else does it have? Jesus Walks has a bunch of good songs. Oh, I want to put it at an A. I really do, but outside of those songs I mentioned, it's kind of hard to name any other ones. I got to go back and listen to it, but as of right now, this is where it stands. And then Yeezus, we'll put it right there for now. All of Kanye's albums, super diverse in my opinion. I love the themes behind them. And Kanye, you know, love him or hate him, whatever he's doing or whatever he's saying, his music will always stand the test of time. And as long as he's not saying anything in his music that won't last the test of time, you know, his projects will always be that. So there's my list of Kanye albums from worst to best. Like I said, this one's not really a Kanye album. It's a collective album. Let me know what you think of my list. Give me your list in the comment section below from worst to best. Leave a like on the video, share it around, click on some of these other videos on screen, all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you in the next one.